This is a follow-up video on the ghost on my security camera. So like when I bought the house, there was no bad vibes or anything like that. People built it in '67, lived in it until they passed away. Very unique. When I was shopping for a house, I specifically said I wanted a ghost clause. And the realtor and my ex-wife even said, "Why would you want that?" And I said, well, you know, being in the Northeast, things have happened up here, history, it's where the Great Nation started. So, you know, if somebody has a house that's haunted or other crazy things going on and I don't know about it, and I buy the house, I want a clause that states that. Well, they all laughed at me, you know, and said, you know, I never heard such a thing. So, okay, whatever. Again, like I never get any bad vibes. Lights do turn back on after I turn them off, and usually I just say, Andre, leave the lights off, please. It happens, you know, sometimes 2-3 times in a row. Turn it off, turns back on. But like I said, never got any bad vibes from this house whatsoever. So I'm here about a week, and I live next to a farm. So the guy comes over, the caretaker of the farm. Now the same family has owned this farm since the early 1800s. And nice guy named Brett. And he says to me, "Do you know the history of the farm?" And I said, "No." So I'm gonna go out here on my deck. So this is my deck. Got a hot tub down there at the other end. And over here is the farm. There is, the farm is over here. So I'm going to take you on a little journey now and show you. So the guy comes in and he says, "Do you know the history of the farm?" I said, "No, I do not." He said, "Well, let me tell you." So the same family, I'm sure it's the Whites. I looked it up. It's all true. You can look it up also. Have owned it since the early 1800s. Well, you see where my deck is. So he takes me down around the corner and he says, "The family that was here in the 1800s was killed by American Indians, and they are buried right here." So let me show you. There is where I was just standing with the hot tub and my deck, and right off my property, if I can show you, right there. You see that stone thing right there? That is the back of the headstone where the family is buried that the American Indians slaughtered. So, like I said, never had any bad feelings, never got any bad vibes. Literally, it's, what, 30 feet, 30 yards, not even, 20 yards, 25 yards off of my deck. So these people that were saying, "Oh, you know, craziness, ghosts, stuff like that." I do have, I think, 6 dead people buried right off my property line. And there's a little history, a little story about my house and why I wanted a ghost clause. Again, like I said, never got bad vibes, never had any weird feelings in this house, only good vibes. So, but when I seen it on my cam, kind of freaked me out because originally it did look like a person walking with legs, and it was more of a body figure when I first seen it. So literally, they are buried right off the edge of my property out there. So just a little thing about, you know, why I thought there was somebody walking in my driveway on my security camera. And so that'd be that, man. Just figured I'd give you a little heads up, a little follow up on the crazy thing I seen on my security camera. And here's one more look at my my new LEDs. But thanks for watching, and then have a good evening. Have a good week.